Hello and welcome to this workshop. My name is Marcia Howell, and in this video we will be reviewing the interview process, including what to expect, how to prepare for the interview, what to do during the interview, and what to do after the interview. While your resume gives an employer a general idea of who you are and what your skills are, interviews help the hiring manager get a clearer, more rounded idea of who you are and how you can add value to their company. This is your opportunity to show them how interested you are in the position and why you would be a good fit for their team. Some interviews will be conducted in person, while others may ask you to attend virtually using your phone or computer. The steps we'll be discussing apply to both types of interviews. So, let's get started. You can expect the interview to last between 15 to 30 minutes. During this time, you will meet with an individual or panel that has several representatives from the company. By the way, getting an interview means you are one of the people they are interested in, and your resume has already caught their attention. Now, all you need to do is show them the best you. To do that, you will need to prepare so you can answer their questions with confidence and make a great impression. So, what kind of questions can you expect? Here are some of the most typical.
Why would you like to work for this company?
So how has your background and training prepared you for this position?
How did you become interested in this field?
What can you add to our company?
As you can see, they are more big picture questions and do not require you to demonstrate in-depth technical skills or extensive knowledge of the trade. What is critical is that you take the time to think through your answers. Maybe even write out answers so you're sure to cover all the points you want to include in your responses. What they are looking for is someone who can work well with others and who is able to take direction. They are looking for folks who are energetic, someone who demonstrates a full commitment to a career in the field, and someone who is willing to learn. So, how do you answer their questions? When you answer their questions, don't give a superficial yes or no answer. Be sure to provide details and give examples. To do this, you'll need to think about your answers before the interview. And as I said earlier, take the time to write out your answers and then practice with a friend or record yourself on your phone just to see what works best. As you answer their questions, you'll be able to include your information about your LBCC classes, projects you're working on or have completed, and share your accomplishments. Let's take a moment to listen to a couple of interviews and see which candidate answered the question best.
Tell me, how did you become interested in this field?
Well, a friend told me about it, and I thought it was interesting. I took a course on this field, and I really enjoyed it. So I took a more advanced course, and I enjoyed that as well. So I decided to take this on as a career.
Well, it all started when I was a little girl. My uncle took us to Disneyland, and it was a really nice day, and I just remember seeing the big machines that were there, and I was really excited. And we were walking around, there was so many different things to see, and it just
I think we'd all agree that candidate 2 is the best. The first person didn't even seem to know what the field was about, and candidate 3 was just rambling on. If this happens because you're nervous or you lose track, simply stop speaking and apologize to the interviewer for getting off topic.
I'm sorry, I think I got a bit lost in the details there. What I really wanted to say is that when I was young, my uncle was in this field, and he would tell me stories about the types of things that he would do at work, which really interested me. So when I came to Long Beach City College, I decided to join the same program and work in the same industry.
While there's so many questions that an interviewer might ask, they tend to be similar questions across the board. To get a list of more questions that might be asked, go to lbcc.edu/career-center. A couple more tips on answering questions. First, if you do not understand a question, it's okay for you to ask them to repeat or ask for clarification. Second, be familiar and know the requirements and expectations of the job or apprenticeship program that you're interviewing for. To do this, read the job description carefully and then take the time to visit their website or look them up on the internet. See what their vision and their mission statements are, what projects they've worked on or what are they working on currently, and what contributions they've made to the community. You can use all of this information when you answer questions like,
So tell me, why would you like to work for this company?
On your website, I saw that you have been in business for over 20 years and value innovation, and I would really like to join your team.
When the interview is coming to an end, they will ask you if you have any questions. This is not a chance to ask about working hours, pay, or benefits. The opportunity to ask these questions comes later when you're offered the position. Now is the time to show that you want the position and you're very interested. Feel free to ask the interviewers questions like,
Why did you become interested in working for this company? What is your favorite part about working for this company?
What do you think the first 3 goals for a new employee should be?
preparing for the interview beforehand by thinking about the questions they might ask and how you can best answer them is critical. But there are a few other things you need to do as well. One is organizing your key documents into a binder or a folder, including your resume, any certificates or licenses you have, and letters of recommendation. You can also include any photos of any projects you've worked on or are currently working on in class. To make it simple for the interviewers to quickly review them, organize them all in one place. Doesn't have to be flashy, just nice and neat. Having all this ready gives you another opportunity to showcase yourself professionally. To make it easy on you, take a few minutes today to gather all of your documents and store them in one place so you can always find them quickly and easily when you need to prepare for an interview. Another key item to take care of before each interview is to prepare your transportation and parking arrangements. If your interview is in an unfamiliar place, it might be a good idea to drive there in advance so you know exactly where to go on the day of the interview. Figure out where to park and where the building is located. This way, you'll avoid any unnecessary stress on the day of the interview. If you do not own your own car, make sure to confirm with the person who is going to be driving you to your interview. If you have to take the bus or a train, plan to leave well enough in advance, just in case the train or the bus is running late. You also want to prepare your outfit. The most important thing to keep in mind about your outfit is to make sure that everything is clean, pressed, and ready to go. For men, typically business casual slacks with a button-down or polo shirt. Or you can dress for the trade by wearing jeans, a clean shirt, and some work boots. If you have a beard, make sure your beard is trimmed neatly or just go ahead and shave. For women, a pantsuit, slacks, dress, or knee-length skirt with a short or long-sleeve blouse, definitely not sleeveless. When it comes to accessories, just keep them conservative, nothing too flashy. For your hair, a professional-looking style that keeps away from your face is best. For makeup, also think professional and conservative. Not too much, nothing too dark. And in regard to cologne or perfume, you don't want to overdo it. Keep in mind that some places will be fragrance-free and they won't allow you to wear any perfume or cologne. Now that we've talked about how to prepare for the interview, let's talk about how to make the day of the interview less stressful. First, double check your email for any last-minute changes and confirm the time and location for the interview. Second, take a few minutes to review your portfolio to make sure that you remember all of the items that you've included. And third, always go over the questions and the answers you've prepared so that you can speak comfortably and confidently without sounding overly rehearsed. Feeling nervous before an interview is totally natural. So, what can you do to make it less stressful? Well, here are 2 tips. 1, on the day of the interview, do something that makes you happy and relaxed. Go on a jog, meditate, or listen to music. You can do this because you've done everything you can to prepare. Since every interview is different, there's no reason to spend time worrying about the questions the interviewer will ask or how they will react to you. Instead, do something enjoyable that can help you relax. 2, give yourself plenty of time to arrive early just in case there's more traffic than usual or there's a delay with your transportation arrangements. By getting there early, you will have some time to relax and have another opportunity to review your resume and responses. Lastly, turn off your cell phone or put it on silent mode when you arrive at the interview location. You don't want to have it ringing, distracting you and the interviewer when the focus should be on you and your skills. When the interview begins, be sure to set a positive tone right away. A good attitude is infectious, and your attitude can greatly help lighten the mood during the interview. Stay focused, sit up straight, maintain strong eye contact at all times, and of course, smile. Be sure to give them your full attention and do not do anything that might be distracting like tapping or shaking your leg or fiddling with your hair or hands. Also, to make a good impression, be sure not to use any inappropriate language, act disinterested, nonchalant, or overly confident. So, in short, be friendly and relaxed, making a good impression. Now, just be yourself and share with them why you deserve to be there and why you are the best candidate for the job. Answer each question thoroughly and professionally. If you don't understand what's being asked, kindly ask them to repeat or restate the question. There's no need to rush. For each question, listen, think, and then answer. Also, don't ever interrupt the interviewer or speak badly about the former employer or employee. This may show them that you are not respectful and might not get along well with others. Using words or phrases like hate, dislike, or cannot stand also indicate that you might be a difficult person. So stay positive. Should the mood change in a negative direction or the interviewer does not look interested or friendly, don't take it personally. Sometimes in standardized interviews with a panel, they are instructed not to show any favor to the interviewee. The best thing to do is to be friendly and do your best. Before we talk about what you need to do after the interview, there's one more thing we need to cover that might happen during an interview. While it is rare, an interviewer might ask you what are considered illegal questions, such as,
How many children do you have?
So what country are your parents from?
Have you ever been arrested?
Do you own your own home?
How old are you?
In the U.S., there are laws that prohibit an interviewer from asking questions related to qualities that are considered unchangeable. If this should happen, you have 3 choices. 1, just answer, if you feel comfortable. The interviewer may simply be trying to get to know you better and innocently asking the question, such as,
So tell me, where were you born?
I was born in Mexico.
Oh, well, that's interesting. I've been there many times. My husband was born there.
Another choice is to sidestep it. You can do this by asking them to rephrase the question. This allows the interviewer to clarify the intent of their question.
Do you own your own home?
Is it important to own a home for this job?
No. I just wanted to know if you were familiar with the escrow process and all of the paperwork that goes with it.
And lastly, you can discreetly avoid the question, but answer the intent of their question.
So do you have any children?
I can assure you that my personal life will not interfere with my professional responsibilities.
When it comes to these types of questions, trust your gut. Does the interviewer have good or bad intentions? Based on this, simply answer what is most comfortable for you. By knowing what to expect and being prepared, you will have the opportunity during the interview to show them what an asset you will be to their company. As the interview comes to an end, be sure to make one last good impression by thanking the interviewer or the panel for their time and ask if there's anything else they need you to do, like these 2 did.
Thank you. I really enjoyed meeting you and want to let you know I'm really interested in this position.
As you walk out, give yourself a mental high five. The hard part is over. You've done your best. But to put the cherry on top and do even better the next time you go in for an interview, evaluate what went well and what did not go well and how you can improve. Ask yourself, did I give enough details and examples? Was my nonverbal behavior friendly and respectful? Was I comfortable and confident? What can I do to make it better next time? This reflection will help you prepare for your next interview. And now, before we close, there's a few housekeeping things you need to do after the interview. Keep your phone nearby. Try not to screen calls and be sure your voicemail is set up and not full since you don't want to miss their call. Also, be sure to follow up in a timely manner with any and all steps that they've provided you. And lastly, send them a thank you note. If you have their address, you can write and mail one or at least send an email. This will help you stand out once again, making yet another good impression. Everything we've covered in this presentation also applies to any interviews you do online or on the phone. The only added issue is taking time to make sure your technology is working well. Is your camera and microphone working? Do you have internet connectivity you can depend on? And do you have a location to do the interview that's quiet and professional? Find a room with good lighting, preferably near a window. Turn off the TV and shut the door and windows to minimize any outside noise. Keep the background simple. A white wall is often best. All this helps create a distraction-free environment, making it easy for you to have a relaxed and comfortable conversation during which the focus is on you and your abilities. And of course, look directly into the camera and give them your full attention. So now that we've covered all the basics, all that's left for you to do is practice. There's a free online tool that can help you do just that at www.interviewschool.com. All you need to do is create an account and then you can practice for free. You'll be asked a series of questions, your answers will be recorded, and then feedback will be provided so you can see where you are doing well and what you need to improve. It's a really useful tool, so be sure to use it at least 1 hour a day. By taking the time to prepare carefully, following all of the steps that we reviewed, you will greatly increase your ability to favorably impress your interviewers. But please remember, every interview is different and each requires thorough preparation. So please be sure to take the time that's necessary so you can show them the best you. Thank you for watching.